YouTube, I think this might be my last of this GoPro if I manage to download it. I tried to download the stuff off it. I'm having problems with the memory card, the power supply, and in fact I've dropped it twice and cracked the screen twice. So I don't even know if you can see me. The last crack didn't seem to do anything, but time to buy another GoPro. You've done well, wee buddy. I mean, it'd be nice if I could keep you as a sort of spare, you know, double action thing. I know these things used to be very expensive, but they are now not as much. I'll probably, to be honest, just get one exactly the same. So I'm on a wee bit of a guitar safari. I'm off to Clyde Bank, which is where a lot of ships were built. It's also 10 minutes away from Jen's house, so Jen's on the way past. But somebody's selling two bass guitars, £120. So I'd be alright, okay. First clue, they're not 100% super mega into bass guitar, is spelling bass, B-A-S-E. Yeah, so you don't really know, and it's basically 120 for the two of them, but I'm not interested in the expensive one. So there's a Trabant, which I've had a shot of one before. To be honest, 90 quid's an absolute steal for that bass if it's what I think it is. It's kind of like it looks a wee bit like a BC Rich Eagle, but it's got similar to the one, I think the one I had might have been a different shape, but it's got like a, see the bridge has a big massive metal plate with sort of flames on it. BC Rich used to do something like this. So the bridge is like a big Klingon Bathlath type thing that goes over the body, sort of part scratch plate, part chrome weapon, and it's got flames and stuff going up the neck, like mother of pearl stuff. Kinda looking a little bit along the lines of fill or spear guitars, something, you know, that kind of thing, a little bit evil looking. It's only 90 quid for it's not really a P bass, you know, for a sort of, what do you call, a modern shape bass, you know, Ibanez Sound Gear, Yamaha RBX, something like that, but a little bit spikier. To be honest, for 90 quid, if I was looking for a bass, it might be quite interesting. The problem is, it's not really anything I can, not really anything I can do with it. It's one of those ones where at that price, yeah, I'm sure I would actually do as a bass. I'd be able to make it work and it would be awesome. But I don't need another bass. The other one he's selling is a beginner's bass by Shine, 30 quid. It's like a 5-string. So I'm thinking 5-string bass, 30 quid. It's a Shine. It looks like it might actually be a neck through. I'm going to imagine that it's going to be set up absolutely shit, which is why he's selling it for 30 quid. But if Jen's never done, there's not been a J-Pax 5-string bass, and also there's not been a Bucky 5-string bass for 30 quid. I can basically just make it work, paint it green, make it worthwhile, get 100 quid for it, you know what I mean? So I'm looking forward to that, 100 quid profit. So I'm interested to see what this bass is like. I just hope the neck's not gone, because if the neck's gone, it's pointless. You know what I mean? But I mean, I'll probably, it's only 30 quid. And I suppose it will come with 5 tuners, and to be honest, tuners are useful to me. Tuners are worth a tenner to me. I'd pay a tenner for a set of decent tuners, because bass tuners are always difficult to find. So there you go. If that's it down at 20 quid, it'll have pickups and a bridge. You know, I'm sure I'll be able to make it work, unless the neck's an absolute nightmare. But we'll see. 30 quid, the guy seems quite funny. It's funny how to just by the way somebody messages is just, you know, the message I sent was, hi, you've still got the Shine bass, I'll take it, I can probably pick it up this afternoon if that suits you. And the guy's like, yes, all that information, none of this, or do you still have this? Oh, could you send me photos? No, just basically, come and get it this afternoon if that's okay. And he's just going like, yeah, brilliant, here's my address. And then I said, I'll get back to you an hour, and then about 10 seconds later I went, no, actually, can I come over about 4 o'clock, because I'm in the studio at 5:30, and we'll do it in one go. Yep, perfect. So it'll be interesting to see what else he's got. I kind of hope that Trabant's not fucking amazing. The thing is, I don't know if anyone would have, okay, it's only 90 quid, but the thing is that, see, when things get cheap, once they get down to 50, or maybe not 90 quid, people can't be bothered driving over to from Edinburgh to get it, sort of thing. I mean, I'm kind of very lucky where I live. I live kind of slap bang in the central belt, Scotland, so I can get to Edinburgh within the hour, and I can get to anywhere on this side within the hour. So it's like, in a 2 hour trip, I can cover probably 3/4 of the people in Scotland, something like that. You know what I mean? There's some guitars you see sometimes in like Aberdeen, you know, Dundee, Glenrothes, up in the top east. But even then, it's like an hour and a half away. It's not impossible if it's a Washburn Falcon. You know what I mean? Or an Ibanez Roadster. I mean, I did drive to Glenrothes. It was an hour. I think it was about an hour and 10 minutes one way. Or was it £110 he charged me for the guitar? It was either, I think it was about, he charged me £110 for the guitar. Well, when someone's selling a guitar for £110, you know they're taking 100. And I drove all the way over from here, so I drove an hour to get it, picked the guitar up and went, I'm no haggling, there you go. Because it was just, and to be totally honest, that wee Red Star, I did not buy that for myself. I bought that just because I thought, I'm totally sure they're worth a couple of hundred at least. I'll get one and get a shot of it. And it wasn't until I started playing it, it was just, this is a fucking amazing wee guitar. And it had sat for, the guy, someone had given it to him because he owed him money about 20 years ago. You know what I mean? So I'd imagine the 110 probably came from, it was probably £100 bill for something. I'm tempted to say weeds, but it could be anything, you know, just like for borrowing off his pal, didn't have the money, and give him a guitar instead. So I think the value of that guitar, kind of, if you go back 20 years, is probably about £100 or something like that, which makes sense. Not now. I don't know what that guitar's worth. I mean, it's not in perfect condition. It's got a few dinks and bashes in it to keep it down, but I mean, I would think it was a £400. Mind you, I'm sitting there going like that, yeah, you'd maybe get £400 for it. It's like there isn't a Mexican Fender that could touch it. You know what I mean? It's like, £400 gets you a Mexican Fender, but you're looking at it. Well, it is a Japanese Strat, but in many ways, I think I've gone on record. I've said a couple of times I think it's the best guitar in the world. They should still make it, which they almost started making it again with that AZ or AZ guitar range. Is kind of that. I don't think they're quite as cheap as they used to be, but and you're not going to get a Japanese one cheap. But some of the idea of just having a guitar that's maybe not the most super exciting and interesting to look at, but it's something between. It's just like an evolved Strat. They've just made it lighter. They've kind of cut bits of it away to make it more streamlined. They've put on an extra fret. They've given it a much better tremolo system. They've given it a humbucker. Splittable humbucker, amazing pickups. It's just, and the neck is just pure Strat. Amazing wee guitar. I'm totally thinking when we're going to see Mr. Big, I'm going to take my Roadsters with me. I don't want to step in Jen's feet in any way. Basically, I'm quite happy just going and carrying J-Pac's guitars. So I've just got Jen to take the ones that she likes the best of. There is a bass, a Yamaha RBX that I put a Billy Sheehan mod in, partly because Billy Sheehan had liked one of our posts, so I think she's going to try and give that to Billy. And whether he'll accept it or not, I don't know. Whether he likes it or not, I don't know. There's also, I'm taking the Bug, because everyone seems to really like that, and the Bug looks different, my RG470, the Seymour Duncan's in it. So I'm taking that. Just, we're thinking there, what I really want is a photo of Paul Gilbert playing that, with Billy Sheehan playing the J-Pac's one, there we go. You know what I mean? Perfect. Anything like that, everything else is just bonus. Obviously, because I'm a bit of a geek, Paul is a bit as well. Depending if he's kicking about and is really friendly, I'm going to have an acoustic case with my RG530, the Red Star, and my PGM in it. So that if Paul's if I get talking to him and he's in any way interested in seeing a Roadster, I've got a car outside, be back in 5 minutes. So I'm going to do that, even if I just leave them. I don't want to carry in my guitars when we should be carrying in the J-Pac's one. Especially as well as looking at looking at Vernon Reid, who's in Living Colour, who's a sport band, and he plays painted guitars, so does he? Yes. No, I don't know whether he paints them himself or not that, but the back, I've been in the backstage bit in the bars before, there's not different, there's just one big room, it's not even that big, so they're going to be kicking about. I'd imagine they're sitting there bored, you know, having their sandwiches, reading a book or whatever, and see somebody messing about with these mad painted guitars. They're going to come over and go, oh, what's that? And so I watched a wee bit of a rundown with him, just the first couple of minutes, because something happened. And he's like, yeah, this is my PRS custom. He's like, you know, you've got Paul Reid Smith himself to carve the neck, because he likes his V-neck, and he's got a Floyd Rose on it, and he's raving about his guitar for PRS. So, you know, let's be just over optimistic and think, all right, so we've got Billy Sheehan, big Yamaha in Dorsey, Paul Gilbert, big Ibanez in Dorsey, and Vernon Reid, big PRS in Dorsey. Wouldn't it be fantastic if they all wanted a J-Pax and they all bought or licensed a design that they liked off Gen to make custom guitars? Imagine what that would be if next year or the year after you could suddenly get a Paul Gilbert signature J-Pax Ibanez, a Billy Sheehan signature J-Pax bass, Yamaha bass, and a Vernon Reid signature PRS. You know, okay, maybe looking too much into it. Try not to get too excited. The thing is, I want to see the fucking band anyway. As even if it came down to, I looked up to see if you could get like you know, band meet and greet tickets or anything like that, and you can't. So it's like, yay! Because I did what I didn't. I was hoping I would still have been fine, but I kind of wanted to go in, and Billy's kind of invited Jen in, so rather than being, you know, oh, here you come in with the other people the people who paid money. We didn't really want a free backstage pass ticket thing for getting to sign one item and your CD and all that. No. Hopefully we'll just be pissing about doing nothing the whole time, because obviously the second we're allowed in, we'll be in, and even if it is just hanging about. Oh, the road's closed. Okay, I'll go right. Obviously hanging about the bars will be fun. The thing is, I would quite like to, especially hanging about with Jen will be more fun than, she's mad as well. So there's an element of, when I was there last time in Malone, okay, I was having a wee nosy and sneaking about and looking about and stuff like that, but it's not the same when there's two of you going like, look at that, like, wow. Just exciting stuff, and you know, having the atmosphere of the place and all the people, oh god. The road's closed, so therefore Google Maps is saying this road turns red in 200 yards, and then I'll just be stuck in traffic. Turn red because everyone's going this way. The car behind me said, okay. See, if I'd known that road was closed, I wouldn't have come this way. The thing is, it could have been, you never know, you can always go along it to see if it is closed, but then you end up fucking 1 in 10 people's going to try that, and then you're going to end up just going all the way the length of the road, doing a 3-point turn and coming back, and then being joined onto this 100 cars later. Dropped off Jet guitars. It's fucking actually really good, was it? I looked it up after I'd done the video. It's like a 380 quid new guitar, something like that, which is, to be honest, it's not one I would look at. I would now. It's like a Jet. If you're paying nearly 400 quid for a guitar, do you want the make on it? I suppose 400 quid probably doesn't get you a Fender. You're still in the Squire. And it definitely doesn't get you a Gibson, so you're still in the Epiphone, but there's the chances of these things. It depends how clinical you're being. You know, if you just want a guitar for yourself and it doesn't really matter whether it doesn't hold its value because you're not going to sell it. I don't see if that wee Jet, there's not really anything. I mean, it's like, I'm sitting there trying to be as brutal as I can, and it's like, what's wrong with it? And it's like, it's like a gold finish, which is fucking, I really like. It's got so it just got a volume, doesn't have a tone. So I mean, you could maybe put a tone on it, but I never use a tone anyway, so I don't need that. And it's got like a bridge humbucker and a neck hot rail. A three-way switch, the sounds are all good. So would I maybe put a coil split in it? Maybe, but this isn't really this is me trying to find a fault in a guitar. You know what I mean? It's like, really I'm sitting there going, oh, it doesn't have a coil split, which is a fucking easy thing to fit. You know, I can fit it myself. Take me an hour a bit or something like that, and a fiver for the pot. So it's like, that doesn't really count as and it's dead easy to do. Anyone can do it, so it's not like it's not a fault. You know what I mean? And also, I thought it's got like a cream ridge pickup and a cream pickup ring. Maybe a black pickup ring instead. You know what I mean? But how's that a fault? So let's get the baked maple, which, to be honest, I don't really like, but I quite like on that guitar. I think it's one of those things that, see, like baked maple. There's baked maple and there's baked maple. Just the same as there's rosewoods and there's rosewoods, you know what I mean? It's like the rosewood you get on a modern guitar, you know, like a Squire or something like that, is not the rosewood that's on like the old Washburns. It's just a second. It is. They're both rosewood, but yeah. Whereas I think the baked maple is a bit like that. You can bake shit maple and get Harley Benton, or you can bake good maple and get a Jet. But that's where it comes in. It's been a bit more like, I mean, just what it's fighting against. I mean, I had one, I don't think it was 3, I think it was maybe £100 less. That Harley Benton Telecaster Fusion or something it was called. So it was like a telly, but it had if you imagine PRS made a telly kind of thing, you know, it was sort of fancy veneers on it, and it was sort of, I think it didn't have a Floyd Rose, it had like a 2-point trem and the baked maple and all those things, but the guitar itself was just shit. The parts were good, but the actual guitar, whereas the Jet, the guitar is good. The parts are good as well, but it's like, so maybe that's where the extra £100 comes in. You know what I mean? We spent an extra £100